You don't know at the Real Things podcast. Hey yo!
Girl, both from different places, and it's hard to stay on beat. But we're moving right at the same tempo, and I want you next to me. Girl, both from different places, and it's hard to stay on beat.
Hello. Blessings and welcome, my family. Blessings and welcome to the Real Things podcast. One more time, pandemic.
But we're moving right at the same tempo, and I want you next to me.
Yes, I. Blessings and a pleasant good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are in this year, planet Earth. Blessings and welcome to the Real Things podcast. Big up on yourself.
I've been getting lit too much. Yeah. I just need a drink till I see you in my mind, and I know I can't touch.
Me telling my people, without no near or far or near. This is the place to be. The Real Things podcast. Positive vibes only. Yes, in the meantime and between time, once again, it's a beautiful island morning here. Where am I? In my neck of the hoods. What is it like in your side? What's the weather like where you're at?
I don't wanna hit you up. See your name up on my line. I know it's gonna be some time for I.
So, for the new people, I want to take some time to welcome you firstly before we dive into anything. Welcome. This is the place to be, the Real Things podcast, as I always say. And for those of you who have been here from the get go, I want to tell you guys from the bottom of my heart, I respect that you take the time out to be here. There's no other place to be other than the Real Things podcast. Positive vibes only.
Hit you up, yeah. Don't know what I'm doing, but I need your touch, yeah. Like you pursuing me, cause I need that love, yeah.
Yes, so today, without any further ado, we're going to dive right into today's episode here on the podcast. We are going to dive once again into the trending, burning issue or the trending story that is ongoing on social media. And it is one of CMR and Crissy. The people, as them say, it is a never ending saga.
Feels good to a young boy. Got me feeling like a young boy, yeah. Got me feeling like a young boy.
Yeah, so without any further ado, sometimes we have to vibes it up in a matter. A little bit of this and a little bit of that here and there and everywhere. All right, so here on the podcast, I normally do different stories. I normally cover different stories. You know, with these stories, I'll have. If you dive into my playlist, you'll see from time to time I would go into the African diaspora, which I think I covered a whole lot more than anywhere else. So, why I'm saying this, I want to take the time out to introduce you guys who are new here. You understand? Because every day we get new subscribers here on the pod. So, guess what? I just want to take the time out to let you guys get familiar with how we do things here. All right. So, we cover the African diaspora village life stories. Yeah. And mostly it is that quaint little village in Kenya, in East Africa, Kenya, called Nyabohanse. And how did we get to Nyabohanse in the first place? This is just an introduction for you guys, or induction. I don't know what you want to call it. Yes, so basically, this blogger, I am Marwa, a Kenyan social media influencer, along with his family. Actually, I am Marwa introduced us. his followers to Nyabohanse. So from time to time, here on the podcast, I will cover stories out of Nyabohanse village. You could check it out. Get yourself familiar with my playlist. Move around the pod and see, get yourself familiar. See what you like. Leave your comments here, there, and let us grow this family. And thank you guys for taking the time out to subscribe to the channel. So when you come here, don't come here expecting one content or expecting for me to cover one story or being one diaspora. Today we are going into Yard and Abroad. That is that playlist. We will tap into that playlist today. Yeah, man. All right. So as I said earlier, that we will continue to cover the story of or discuss and dissect the ongoing story of CMR, aka or Kushin Carter, aka CMR, and Crissy Carter, aka Watch Crissy Work. That is our social media handle. All right, my people. So we've been through the story over and over. I don't want to dive into it too much today because I know that I've noticed that I've gotten some subscribers from the two last video that I did on this story. So you guys, I know you came based on the story, so you know the whole thing already. Hence, I will not go back into who they are and what they do. All right. So, my people, today's podcast, maybe quick and fast, but it is what it is. Some days you will have lengthy podcasts, some days it will be quick and short. Now, guys, I've seen where, and we've all seen where this saga is never ending, ever evolving. I've seen now people even came out to state like some kind of way that CMR actually reach out to them probably to have some sort of relationship. Um, the video that I saw, that's not even really, the topic today, but I want to touch on that to just say to get to where I'm going next. The video that I saw, it was sometimes last night on my feed. When you watch one content, YouTube is going to recommend the next thing that you see or the next couple things that you see on your feed. It is going to recommend things that is, conducive to what it is that you just watch because they think that you like it, so they will recommend it. And ever. However, I beg your pardon. That video that I saw was one of a young lady, presumably Jamaican. I think her name was a name that began with T. I can't remember clearly, but I think her name was something that began with T. And she was saying that at some point in time, in some kind of year, when I think it seems like Crissy wasn't around, that CMR reached out to her in some form or way to link up and maybe to have a drink or whatever. The story, I didn't really watch the entire video. I saw the introduction and I'm telling you the honest truth. I just swiped away because I'm beginning to see a pattern in Jamaica social media whenever story come out. I'm beginning to see a milking pattern. I'm using the term milking. It may be wrong. Don't come for me. I mean, your mouth is your mouth and your thoughts are your thoughts. It's no problem. You could leave whatever you think in the comment section. It's better even for me because the algorithm will know that something going on. Interests, reactions, you know? Anyway, it's like I'm noticing a pattern. I'm telling you the honest truth. Um, all things Jamaican social media, baga baga. It's like once a story is out there, don't sit for one moment and think that people are not gonna find some kind of way to kind of capitalize on this thing. And no matter at what expense, and no matter what it's going to cost, the hurt, the pain, the turmoil. And honestly, my people, like here on the podcast, we do it positive. One might disagree, but here on the streets of reaction, we have to agree to disagree. No so it go? Yeah. So And it goes on. You know it go. You have to agree to disagree and disagree to agree. Yeah. One might want to come and argue with with what I'm saying. It's all right. It's all good. What I'm saying, what I'm really getting at, my people, is that we are not. I'm finding that we are not. A lot of us are no longer in possession of this little thing called humanity anymore. There is no, what's the word? I say humanity, but it really may not be the right word. Sometimes, you will have it all together. And then when you begin to speak and the words them rolling, transmitting from your brain onto your tongue, when it roll off, it rolling differently. But if you understand me, those who get it, get it. Honestly, I sincerely like sit back. I'm a person who will observe. You see how long the story they go on. And it took me quite a while. I mean, to me, like it's way past the time when we should have been looking forward to something else. And can you believe that these people are now, like, I should say, some people are now resurrecting things that may have gone in people's weakest moments, and they're gonna take that and add into it in the mix and make it more crazy. And it's insane to really even begin to fathom what these people are going through mentally when them come out here and do these things. How can you help in a situation like this? How are you helping? How is it helping? How are your actions? Are these type of actions? Look, I'm lack of words sometimes, I swear to God. When you do these things, I mean, you're not supposed to even swear, but God forgive me. When you do these things sometimes and behave in this kind of particular manner with no humanity left back inside of you, and it's all about the clicks, the views, and the hype, must say, when you rally back and watch how the whole thing is playing out, it's like a milking pattern or I don't even, using the term bandwagon right now is actually underrated. I don't know if I'm using even the right term. A wagonist or a bandwagon right now, that not have nothing pan, that has nothing. I have to be mindful of my Jamaican dialect too deep because I have a vast audience that watches me from all over the world. So I want to be clear enough so you guys can actually zone in on the conversation and put your two piece. You understand about general things in life and how people behavior generally. You don't have to really know the story physically, but once you understand, I want to be clear enough so we can hold a piece, conversational piece in the comment section. So let me keep it clean and clear. When I say clean, I mean from too much of the heavy Jamaican dialect. Yes, yes. So back to what I was saying, it puzzles me to really sit back and watch people behave in this mannerism. And it's all about, let me do this because it is the PR stunt in the wildest. We are going to do some PR stunts in the wildest form. I'm not talking about, when we say PR stunt, I'm not talking about Koshane and Crissy. I'm speaking about all like the other people that will come out. All the other people that will come out and try to do them own things and stunting with stories. And also, I think I saw someone yesterday came out to apologize about running with a story. I don't know the channel. I really listen. This thing is so vast. It is such a huge forest of content creators with this story out there. It kind of, if you should even tag these people, you're coming up nowhere because it is so much. It is a lot. So I don't really know, saying all of that to say, I don't really know this content creator, but I'm happy that this person had the guts to come back and say, boy, I'm sorry, to run with the story. And which story it is? The one that caused CMR to come out and actually, in defense of Crissy about the former moderator saying that like Crissy, she was the friend of the family. after Chrissy messaged her. Right. And my thoughts were true because I actually said it out loud. I actually said it out loud on one of the video that I did. I said, I think it was the first episode or second episode. I said, I don't believe that this young lady actually said that Chrissy was her friend, even though I honestly and truly did not listen to the entire, I just listened to a tiny bit, but I could, I said, I don't think she said that. At the rate of how she was going, she was more busy to tell her off. And I don't think she had any space mentally left back there so to talk nothing about friend. You understand? She was more pissed off about the text and the manner in which the text was sent. Anyway, I'm here, there, and everywhere. I'm trying to cram as much information that we can discuss about in the comment section. And I see some people going after each other. Let us be mindful that we all are entitled to our own opinions as long as we keep it clean and nice and tidy inside of the comment section. You understand? So, in a nutshell, what I'm trying to say here on the podcast is that, what I'm trying to say here on the podcast is that we actually, we actually will, I'm getting distracted a little bit. We actually, from time to time, will come across people fabricating stories. Yeah, fabricating stories just to make the matter even worse. Now, I don't know if I don't really know. Like guys, let me tell you the honest truth. I don't really know if this person, that recent person that came out and said that was trying to say that Kushin had reached out to her at some point in time in his life and asked for them to meet up and hang out. I don't know what she was really trying to get at. But my understanding, if you're coming out at this point, my understanding of the whole situation is that she probably wanted to get in the mix. Yeah? To show that the person that you guys are defending is not real and true. Or the person that Chrissy is out here trying to hold on to for her four kids or three kids, then let me say at this point, is not true. And she probably should leave him because he's not a good man. Some people came out straightforward and said it. But I want to say this, my people. I want to say this. Some of us was the same people them that was judging her about other things before, even when she was living. I think she said it the other day. But I thought to myself, but say, this social media streets are not really easy. Because at one point in time, they judged her so terribly about her being in a one room with her kids, even though it's a young, trying family, and they brought her down for this. You can imagine have so much pitney, even though it was not so much at the time. You can imagine have all these kids or have some kids, two, three pitney or two. How much it was at the time? I think it was about three or two. I don't remember. And a young mother, a young couple, and you're gonna tell, oh, they want to go with the pitney them. Come on, guys. And most of the time, those were mothers. How much how we grew up sleeping on top of we brother and we sister them because we can't find no other way out. I mean, I was privileged not to. I didn't even grow up with my mother. I grew with her aunt and I was privileged to always have my own room. You understand? So many things that maybe my siblings and went through, I was privileged not to. Thank God. Thank God. You understand? Because until this blessed day, me not even like share bed. I don't even like to share a bed. Selfish like that. But anyway, I mean, that's not even a story. I'm trying to say that sometimes instead of helping the situation, when somebody's down, or somebody's going through a situation and trying to help themselves up, instead of us trying to help, we make a situation worse. Now I've seen some comments in the comment section, and some people left some ratted old disrespectful something down there. Some people left some kind of story down there. And I would just respond with a verse, a Bible verse, because we need to be reminded about the humanity and to be reminded that we are not God. We don't have the final say in any kind of judgment. In the first place, we are not worthy to even judge. Why say to love your neighbor like how you love yourself and love your enemy like how how you go? You feel love yourself like how you love your enemy or love your enemy? Love your enemy and look out for your enemy. Like sometimes I know the verses, but sometimes I don't quote them in the direct order. But you get what I'm trying to say. Love thy neighbors like how you love yourself and love your enemies too. Yeah? And Chris is how is she the enemy of anybody? How is this family rather the enemy of anybody? I say yesterday I had the privilege of listening in on a live. I don't know. It was a live or a recorded thing. I don't know, bro. You know when you're in a something like an apocalypse. You're watching, I'm sorry, when you're watching like an apocalypse movie, like a movie that yo, or something with some zombies in a place, like a horror movie. Woo! Yo, I don't want to do these things here. It was so noisy and toxic, and it was based on the whole situation. Chrissy and dirty, yeah. Guys, men, women, Jamaicans, when are we going to learn to rally for each other? One of us, the Chinese people, them did it with one another. One of us, the Syrian people, them did it with one another. One of us, the Hispanic people, them did it with them one another. What is wrong with us? Why we can't continue to help our brother or fellow country people them? And we are quick to say, oh, them schwaf, them this, them that. Come on, guys. This is a young family. Why push them further? Don't we all make mistakes? And when we're done, we're gonna run to God for ask for forgiveness. Some of we got less. We soul like I want to tell you something. Some part of this podcast, you may not even like none of it. You may not even like anything that I'm saying. Some part may sound really crazy. But I'm telling you what I heard yesterday on that content creators platform. Like it came across my feed when I listened in. Bro, it's you guys remember Night of the Living Dead? Yeah. It sounded something like that. It was horrifying. It sounded like hell. It was so toxic. It was so noisy, and it was based on calling down this one young family. No, I heard in CMR's last live that he did, he was responding to something and he was saying that it is so much right now that Crissy don't even think that she want to continue to do the video them or something like that. It may not be his exact words. Or she's saying that she's no longer going to vlog. And again, I saw her in another, I think it was in her weekly vlog when she said, I don't even think that I'm going to do no video again next week. I don't even think that I want to do no more video next week. I mean, Crissy, come here. Let me say something to you. Come here, son. You stood on the platform. I want to hold you accountable. I want you to come. Let's go back a little bit. Just a couple days ago, you stood on the platform and you clearly stated, I will not fail. Girl, you can't give up now. Who's gonna feed your kids? You think those people out there making them one bag of nice gonna really stop making them nice? I don't think so. When the time come for the bills them pay, you think them gonna help you pay your bills? Let me tell you what's gonna happen. They are going to make stories continuously After them force you off of the platform, they are going to continue making stories out of you that you quit, even though they were making stories before that you are no good. Yeah. So it's a cycle that never, it's a never ending cycle. Let them feed. Let them feed. And while they feed, you continue to flourish in God, because you know what? I know that the same God say in the golden book of life, in the manual, say in times of trouble, you call upon who? Him. When they may have Jesus on the cross, why who in call out for? Now that the Bible saying call out for God in a heavenly Father. Father. You remember the prayer? Remember the Father's, our Father's prayer? Yes. Hold on upon that. Call them one by them name. Not unless you know say you did something where you now go answer your prayer like how was all? How in the Bible and God when no listen. Don't listen to them prayer. And we make the pitney dead. After all, as guys, you can't remember if it was Saul's prayer that was not answered and the kid died because he sent, oh my God, he sent, what's the name of this guy that he sent in battle to fight because he wanted him wife? Guys, quote the scripture. Please left it in the comment section. I'm a work in progress same way. Same way like anyone I know. If you know the scripture, quote it down below. And when he no succeed the first time, he send the man the second time and make I know say. He know, sir. I think it was all in the boss. Him know say this time would have be it. He know this time it would be it. Because once you're sent to the front of the battle, there's no coming back for you. Just because of the man wife. And the wife bore a child. I can't remember if the child got sick or whatever it was. And he went to God in prayer. Whatever it was he was going through. And I think the child became sick. And he went bawling and praying and God never answered in prayer. So back to what I was saying. Reality check. Not unless you did something that caused God to turn a deaf ears and make you have your cross to carry. You understand what I say? Otherwise than that, we know say God is a just God. We all know that. And again, also he's an on-time God. So let us not forget. Let them come. Allow them to feed. But you continue to stand firm on what you believe, which is holding on to his word. Allow him to order your steps in his words in your time of need instead of call upon him. Continue to do just that. As I said before, and I'm going to say again, I'm going to hold you accountable because you said, you promise that you will not fail. Blessed love, my people. See you again on the next episode. Walk good. God bless.